It's 5:45 p.m., which means it's time for BCTV's Nightly News Roundup. I'm tonight's host, Roland Boyden, and this is 5:45 Live. Tonight, whose reading wasn't always gubernatorial, what Michelle Obama was doing in Vermont, why snooze buttons might get a breather this fall, when and where we'll be walking for Gallery Walk, and more. All that in 15 minutes, so stick around.
Before you vote, you deserve to know why I want to be your governor. We're all formed by our own experiences. I'll never forget in second grade being called into the principal's office to have my parents be told what I already knew, that I was having difficulty learning how to read. I probably wouldn't go to college or have a professional career, but they would do the best they could. Because I learned differently, I had to work twice as hard to succeed. And I did, in college and in building a successful small business right here in Vermont. When you grow up with a challenge to overcome, you never forget about people who are discriminated against, who don't have a voice, or are struggling to provide for themselves and their families. If you give me your vote on Tuesday, I'll wake up every day determined to work just as hard to create good jobs, preserve Vermont's way of life, and give every Vermonter the opportunity to achieve their dreams.
Welcome back to 5:45 Live. If you don't remember that political ad from Peter Shumlin's gubernatorial campaign last year, it's probably because it was never aired on any Vermont stations. The video, which touches upon the now elected governor's struggles in school, appeared earlier this week on YouTube as part of a series of political campaign ads spanning the last few years, including the likes of Russ Carnahan, uploaded by the YouTube user CloseCom. And with that, it's time to do the headlines. Former BUHS diversity teacher Scotty Tabachnik is shouldering new responsibilities with a position as the principal of the Westminster, Vermont School for at-risk K-8 students, Kernhattan. And next, teenagers around town may be a little less surly in the mornings come fall when school starts up again. Brattleboro Union High School is pushing back their first block of classes from 7:45 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. The change was implemented in response to months of research conducted by teachers, parents, and school staff, which pointed to increased productivity in schools with later morning bells. And while we're talking about BUHS, the start of the school year will mark the return of BUHS TV, the morning advisory news broadcast from the high school, student-produced from script to screen. Tune them in for administrative updates as well as sports, weather, a sign language sign of the day, and the ever-popular This Day in History featurette. And we've got a little sampler for you here of BUHS TV.
Good morning, BUHS in Brattleboro.
Any senior interested in a chance to shave the head of school safety officer Lori Greenwood, please write your name on a piece of paper.
It was wild.
See you at 7:15 in the library. It'll be a super fly time.
A special happy birthday shout out to Miss Nelson and Ms. Wood. Have a super special day.
Yesterday, boys baseball lost to the Keene Blackbirds 9-4, making their record 2-2.
Let's go over the ball to the weekend forecast.
Hey Cooper, how's the weather going to be today?
If we look on Thursday, we got some Gucci weather. No, 83 today. Where is my head today?
Today we have a high of 83 and a low of 64.
If you look over, well, at Tuesday, we have a high of 68 and a low of 57. Looks like it's going to be sunny out.
Today will be partly sunny, also breezy with winds from in between 18 to 20 miles per hour.
We have some sun that's going to happen throughout the day, but in the afternoon we're going to get some thunderstorms.
Back to the desk.
That's all from me. Now back to the desk.
Have a good day, and now back to the desk.
Back to the desk.
That's the students of BUHS TV, and when they kick off their broadcasts this fall, we'll be heisting their weather report to slip into this very show, so keep an ear to the grindstone for that. Senior news correspondent Joe Bushy was downtown earlier, walking around as getting the latest in a series of issues that have been quite controversial here in town. The multi-million-dollar reboot of the traffic lights have pervasively clogged downtown and left some taxpayers a little disgruntled. Today, the Brattleboro PD seemed to make strides forward by taking a step back. Joe, do you want to go now? What do you got for us?
Hey Roland, it's Joe for BCTV. I'm down here at Malfunction Junction, the heart and soul of Brattleboro, the center of town. 5 streets leading into one intersection that have been the nemesis of this town for quite some time. I just want to say that I heard early. It's 5 o'clock. It's Friday. Earlier today, I heard the local law enforcement out here for a period of time stopping everyone that violated the right turn on red or blocking the intersection. At one point in time, they said there were so many offenders they could not stop them all, and that I believe there were at least 2, if not 3 officers or more working on doing so. So at one point in time, the officer said, at Malfunction Junction, please note for the log, we are now switching the lights to blinking. And I know it's 5 o'clock, and look at the intersection with the lights on blinking.
That's
What do you
unbelievable.
see?
It's out to whole new
5
world.
o'clock Friday. Look at it. Not a car in it.
Unbelievable, Joe.
So I just want to make that point. It looks like humans can figure this out better than technology in this particular instance. So signing out again here for this reporter, Joe Bushy for WBC TV. We look forward to seeing you soon. Have a nice weekend. Back to you, Roland.
Thanks, Joe. Senior news correspondent Joe Bushy. Moving on, it's time to do our calendar. It's Friday, which means it's time for our weekend calendar coverage. Tonight and tomorrow night at 8 p.m., the Hooker Dunham plays host to Madame Burlesque, and here's the press release for that, and I'm just going to have to do it off the top of my head, I think. The Boston Baby Dolls, a bona fide bumping, grinding, tassel-twirling burlesque troupe on a mission to recreate the golden age of burlesque, present Madame Burlesque, a tribute to the legendary ladies who made burlesque great. It's just all from memory. And Saturday morning, the Freeze Art Project will be hosting a free portrait workshop that starts at 10 a.m. at Kids Place, downstairs from the Hotel Pharmacy, just off the corner of Main and Elliott Street here in town. For more on the Freeze Art phenomena, we'll be talking with co-founder Jackson Emmer. That interview will broadcast a week from yesterday, next Thursday, right here on 545 Live. And also this Saturday, Atlanta Symphony Orchestra alum Elise Witt hosts a singing workshop in Guilford entitled Glorious Impromptu Chorus. That's from 4 to 5:30 p.m. at the SMW, 2596 Tater Lane in Guilford. Get more info, including directions, by calling 802-254-6189. And Sunday, the Hooker Dunham kicks off its monthly Awareness Initiative competition, Brattleboro's Got Talent. Any and all skills are welcome. Schedule an audition between 9 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. and come see the performances from 2 to 4 p.m. You can always find more info at hookerdunham.org. And lastly, on Sunday as well, bring wheels, lumber welders, paint plastic flowers, and doohickeys, or just yourself and your PhD in aerodynamics to the build party leading up to the 4th annual Corngoots Derby. Corngoots. I'm going to say Corngoots Derby. Stop by Cotton Mill Hill at 11 a.m. and construct your dream racer. Tools and some materials will be provided. So there you go. And if we missed your event or you want more coverage than just me squinting at your press release, then email me, roland@brattleboro.tv.org. That's ROLAND@brattleboro.tv.org. Whoa, now let's go back to that for a second. There we go. Look at that suit. Look at that handsome devil. ROLAND@brattleboro.tv.org. Let us know about your event. And also let us know if perchance you want to get interviewed. Drop by this very studio, or we'll come to you and get you talking about your event in person, which is always better than just more of me. ROLAND@brattleboro.tv.org. Get in touch with us, and we'll be sure to get you noticed here on 545 Live. And with that, it's time for the BCTV Schedule Quick Glance. The quick glance, over to this camera, I see. The quick glance is my daily opportunity to shamelessly plug what's coming up here on BCTV on both our Comcast channels 8 and 10. At 7 p.m. tonight, we have the leftist love potion Democracy Now! With the endearingly indignant Amy Goodman. And tomorrow morning at 10:45 a.m. we have episode 3 of The Deshay Show, a philosophical and spiritual dance party of a show for which I believe we've got a little teaser trailer.
To move to Vegas because I just got a job dancing for Cirque du Soleil. I believe that it's everybody's duty to live their dreams. I don't personally believe that dreams are based only in ourselves. I believe that they come from a higher source, and I think that to deny that dream, to deny yourself that dream, is to deny God or the universe its opportunity to, express its highest self through you.
And continuing our BCTV schedule, quick glance by hopping up the dial 2 spots to Channel 10, our government and education sister channel. Let's talk what's going on tonight as well. We have the full broadcast of Safe and Green's Legal Eagles VY preemption case event. That's at 6:40 p.m., followed by First Lady Michelle Obama's visit to the Vermont National Guard. That airs at 10:30 p.m., both on Channel 10. And finally, a reminder that you can catch the rebroadcasts of the ever-dynamic, ever-entertaining, truly dynamic 545 Live by tuning in the following mornings to Channel 10 at 9:15. So if for some reason you can't make it home in time to see this show, I know how hard you try. But be sure to call in sick to work the next day if you do miss it, so that you can stay back and at 9:15 a.m. tune us in on Channel 10 and catch up on the 545 Live that you've missed. And as always, you can find the complete schedule for both channels updated to the minute, along with live streaming and video on demand for all local programming. That's all at BrattleboroTV.org. And that's a full lit, everybody. That's all I got for you. But remember, we'll be back Monday with all the scandals from the weekend, an exclusive preview of next week's issue of The Commons, more cell phone cinematography from senior news correspondent Joe Bushy, all the details on next Friday's live remote broadcast from Gallery Walk downtown, and more. For BCTV and 545 Live, I'm Roland Boyden saying goodnight, everybody.